today we are going to. All right, hello everyone. My name is Juan Pablo Morales Sales, and today we are going to talk about the racism in the United States. More specifically, to talk about the murder of George Floyd. So the participants are the following. So, all right, one moment. All right, so we have has Blady, Juan Camilo Encinales Gomez, me, of course, Lorena Villegas, and finally Sherlyn Camila Torres. All right, so now we have now. Okay, I have mentioned every participant in this lecture. So now, who wants to start first?
I consider the racism is an act of violence not only physical, but also physiological, that has been carried out over centuries. We can see this even in times of slavery, and although it is not seen on such a large scale as before, we continue to visualize it. In this video, it is clear the racist aggression they had against Floyd since, according to the police officer named Derek said, he kept him on the floor for 9 minutes until he was killed. In my opinion, I flatly refuse to accept an action like this, because no one deserves to suffer an attack in this way. Their physical integrity has been violated, and their right to life as well. How can it be possible that those who are there to defend us use their strength and power to end us? And this is not the most horrible thing. How can someone treat another person in this way just because of his skin color? That is why the inhabitants formed their protest, in order to reject all racist actions, demanding respect for their rights and solution for these states of acts, as well as justice for George Floyd. The Minneapolis police force is the strongest against people of African descent, 7 times more than against white citizens. The president's oath referred to Floyd did as a sad act, which suggests that is support for the protests that took place. However, in this other position as president, he is instructing the police to face demonstration avoiding incidents. But what is not taken into account are the attitudes of the uniform in these marches, and their lack of values and education towards Afro descendants and their rights that is way the study of the staff and their training to serve the community through respect. Now we listen the opinion of our partner Juan Camilo Encinar.
Okay, this video is talking about is whether the government can contain the unrest the time and you are able to deal with these root cases. I think if we keep hitting things up, there will be a lot of problems if we put all the problems aside. We will find the might point of a problem in the situation. Now we must unite against a problem, not create others problems. We must learn to forgive, not learn to take revenge. In addition, the main problem is that the number one priority of the police is to save their own skin and keep safe from any harm. They are no longer trained to protect the public or put themselves in arms away. and they get very general. In fact, you don't have some ones because of the color of their skins. I think the people and communities can irritate you best on how they behave, general or towards you or your community in particular. When you get us to hating a group of people, you stop caring about them. This is the really facing. This is the really race. It's not about the color, it's about generalization. Okay, this is all for me. My partner continues as lady. You have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. I am Lady Penilla Pineda. Uh, this is video about the murder George Floyd. Is this proof that America is a racist country? Because in the United States has existed a long history of racism in general, obviously marked with Afro-American. This situation is a great problem in the United States. Is the murder the black man at the hands of the police. Furthermore, the black community carry years of allegation with the government to have a racist system and the permanent the bad police. The murder George Floyd is very sad. This video showed as proof the intolerant discrimination and injustice for the black man. This video showed signs of torture. George Floyd said, "Please stop him," and he asked, helping too." His murder went viral online or the world. The black community, wants justice and the bad police out. They are protesting for for the violence and the respect for the life. In my opinion, during the Donald Trump government was resistant. He is a racist people. This is show the American is a country racist. This is my opinion. I believe Donald Trump is responsible, responsible or encourage violence toward black young black people. Young. Thank you for listening. This now my partner Lorena.
Hello, my name is Lorena, and I agree with this discourse because it's very important to know about this topic. And next, continue with I think that the main question is how to end racism in the world, because the racism has been a problem since ancient times, where the color race is a problematic because this racism demonized, sold and taken away their rights, but it has been taking of time to protest relationships, and it's necessary to protest. With still a course today, but it's necessary to organize more, more protests because it's necessary to the main situation, and the rising is a plague that invites. I think that is a plague that invites people's minds and spirituals, societies, and they pretend on intention people who make denigration is a bad problematic. But in the relation to the vote, it's also prudent to recognize that although we have improved that act of racial discrimination, this cause stand the most to combat in front the changing of participation. I think that is necessary to prudent to organize in the classroom and in the society with the children because the children in the future are societies that protect other races, other people. Um, the solution is to feeling respect, quality of love, the human space, where to be develop the same opportunities in environment or harmony, or as a single race that each company strongest to improve with culture or care and love, of course, is necessary because every day all to is necessary to all we what is the question how to end and racism in the world is all the time it's necessary to try every day time mm, that a better world for the old people. This is the racism and the murder of George Floyd and has of the police is generating chaos and protest is very bad because it's discontent for the fact they become and I tried to fight to the rise in the century 21, but this, I think that is necessary to change every day from classroom, from the children, from old people, and understand what is the problematic in the world. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to give my opinion. Right. Yes, you are totally right. Yes, what what happened to the murder of George Floyd? It's something really sad. Yes, because despite George was begging for his life by saying that he couldn't breathe. Yeah. The officers, yes, of course, just continue to the officer, yes, continue to make a pressure with his knee, yes, to the he continued to press his knee to the pavement, yes, until he sat until he dead, yes, and I think the penalties should be applying the respective penalty should be applied in this case, and of course it needs to be we need to be okay, we need to, I don't know how can I say this, but yes, for example, to increase, yes, to increase the time the officers are not are in jail, yes, since for example when a police kill another people, another black person, yes, this one should be of course grounded by by getting him into the jail. Yes, of course, is during the Trump's administration, this had been even worse because Donald Trump the main person who has been always promoting this discrimination against the Afro Americans and the Latin American people. Yes, it was really necessary, yes, and to give the respective, yeah, to give, yes, to give the respective oh my god, I just don't have the words, there's the respective punishments Yes, yes, of course, the respected punishments should. So in this case, the police would think twice until they think about grounding someone. Yes, about grounding someone who's a black person. Yes, yes, no, yes. That's my, of course, that's my point of view. Yeah, I think, and of course during the protest, as the people, there should be a more control of the protests, and for example, the police force during the parades should punish, yes, should punish the people who is, for example, causing a lot of damage to the public patrimony. Yes. Um, and what else can you say? Yes, that's my that's my point of view. So no, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, is finished?
Okay, partners, I can say something to conclude. This is what happened when leaders took people for rent, raising poverty, unemployment, inequality, and white income gap between rich and poor. This is protests. People fed of the wars of use in a power and decide to take matters into other own hands. Okay, this is all for me.
Okay. I believe the main problematic in the United States is the murder black men at the hands of the police department. The bad police must get out of their work. My conclusion is the video was proved or a racist government and police that have no respect of the colored people. But president incites violence and discrimination to black community. Is very sad. This is my opinion. Thank you.
And I speak about this because it is necessary to I speak again about it necessary in the classroom with the children to try to values and your respect from the children and from the classroom is necessary.
Right. It seems that everyone has finished of commenting of their opinions about the death of George Floyd and the racism in general. So now we can end this lecture. So thanks for coming and share your opinions.